Hey YouTube, so here's another video where I talk about the differences between movies that are based on books. Now today I'm going to talk about the movie Coraline, made by Henry Selick, which is based on a book by Neil Gaiman. Coraline, which is actually one of my favorite movies, is about a girl named Coraline Jones, which she and her family, they move into this apartment building called the Pink Palace. And there she meets her neighbors, Miss Spink and Miss Forcible, who are sisters and retired actresses, and Mr. Bobinsky, who is a Russian man training his mice for a jumping mice circus. She also meets a cat anyway, which also talks. Like later in the movie, you can find out, and she talks anyway. And then there's also a boy named YB who also becomes a friend later in the movie. Now, Coraline, she doesn't like the way things are in her life. The fact that her parents are both busy as writers and they never really pay attention to her. And she doesn't really, get what she wants in life. So, and then one day she finds a door in the Pink Palace. And in the Pink Palace, she finds a door that leads to another world. It actually leads to another version of her home where she meets her other family, and her other parents they actually talk to her and they'll interact with her, and then they'll listen and they'll play games with her, and they'll cook whatever she wants them to cook. Because in her world, her mom never really cooked food, her dad was always cooking, and she didn't like her father's cooking. It was always coming out weird and she would never eat it. But in the other world, she would actually eat her mother's cooking, because whenever her other mother would make something, it would come out good, and she would like it. Now they told her that she can stay there forever as long as they sew buttons into her eyes. Now when she heard that, she refused to let that happen. And I guess she also found out that the other mother is actually a witch. Because this is actually something she's been planning to do. It's something she's actually done before, other people's children. Because in the other world, she meets these other children, souls, and they told her that they actually met her before, the other mother, and also the fact that they let her sew buttons in their eyes because they thought the other mother was gonna love them forever, and they would always make them food that they liked, and they would always play with her or play different types of games with them. But it turns out it was all a trap that the other mother had did to those other children by sewing buttons into their eyes, and then she ends up eating them. So after that happens, their souls get locked away into this painting that's in the other world. Now the differences that's in this movie is that there's not really that many differences that went on in this movie. Also, unlike my last video where I talked about the Owls of Ga'Hoole, I had a hard copy of the book and the DVD of the movie. Yeah, I don't have a hard copy of the movie Coraline or a copy of the DVD. So the differences that kind of went on in this movie and the book mostly be the characters, and I guess one of the events that went on in the movie. Like Mr. Bobinsky in the movie, he is a Russian man who trains his mice to build a Russian jumping mice circus. In the book, he didn't even have a name. He was called the old man that lived upstairs, and he wasn't training them for a jumping mice circus. In fact, I'm not sure what he was training them for though, but it's been a while since I read the book. So. Anyway, also the fact in the book, he was actually he had a different wardrobe. He was wearing a jacket and glasses, a little short hat, and he had a cane. In the movie, he was wearing spandex and he had a long mustache. Also, YB is another difference, because in the movie, YB was a boy. He became Coraline's friend, who helped her through whatever events went on in the movie. It was also pretty weird. In the book, there actually is no YB. YB's not even in the book. He was actually just made up in the movie, just to enhance the storyline of the movie. And another difference kind of went on in this movie would be like the event where at the end of the movie where Coraline fights this hand that actually comes out of the doorway looking for that key that leads to the other world. Yeah, actually, because there's like in the movie there's like a hand that comes out from the other world looking for that key, so that way it can open the doorway to the other world, let the other mother out, because Coraline kind of locked it away, or locked the door. So, but at the end of the movie, Coraline starts fighting the hand because she's actually about to throw the key down the well. Then the hand comes down and attacks her, and she ends up fighting it. Then YB, he comes out and starts to help her fight the hand. He actually saves her, and then they both take a bag and then throw the key down the well, and also throw the hand. They take a bag, put the hand inside the bag, and throw that down the well. Now, the difference between that scene in the book was that in the book, Coraline went to the well, but instead of her just throwing the key down the well, she actually had pretended she was having a picnic, because she set up a trap for that hand that was following her in the book, because she knew the hand was following her, so she made a trap for it by pretending to have a picnic. She took all her toys out, and she took a picnic blanket, and I guess whenever she chose to walk away, and she left the key there, just like she left it there, like right in the picnic blanket for the hand to find it. And so when the hand saw the key, the hand went out and grabbed the picnic blanket, and also the blanket was actually being laid over the well. So when the hand grabbed the key, the blanket actually kind of went down the well anyway, along with the hand and the key. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I don't really know. I guess I probably will make another movie about. I'm not sure what my next video will be though. If it's gonna be another movies based on books, it probably will. But anyway, so I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.